Graduands, guests, colleagues, I declare this ceremony open. Please be seated. As Chief Executive, I welcome you to this graduation ceremony for students from the Confetti Institute of Creative Technologies. I would also like to welcome the family and friends who are joining us from around the world via the NTU live stream. Welcome also to Pat Hamilton, our Vice-Chancellor's Award winner. Graduands, well done. Many of you began your academic journey with us during the uncertain times of the COVID-19 pandemic. You adapted to new ways of living at the same time as new ways of learning. In coming through and being here today, you have demonstrated resilience that will set you up for success in your future endeavors. Today is about celebrating your achievements and looking forward to your future with anticipation. Yes, today we recognize your academic accomplishments, but when your degrees are conferred upon you shortly, they will stand as symbols of so much more. Confirmation, you have challenged yourselves. Proof, you have determination. Evidence, you have prepared yourself for your future. And so much more that will be personal to you, your family, and your friends. Along your journey, you will have been supported by a whole host of people, as well as family and friends, course mates, employers, librarians, and other professional service folk at NTU, as well as by your academic tutors. Many of those people will be here with you today or watching online to celebrate your success. Please join me in thanking them with a well-deserved round of applause. Now, I want to thank you. Whether you have completed a foundation, undergraduate, or postgraduate degree, professional qualification, or apprenticeship. By doing so with NTU, you have made a huge contribution to your school, your university, and this region. If you played sports, thank you. NTU is now a top 10 university for sport, according to the British Universities and College Sport League table this year. For being part of our environmentally conscious student body, thank you. This year, we were ranked second most sustainable university in the world. Yes, that's right, second in the world. If you volunteered in Nottingham and the region, thank you. This year, hundreds of students have engaged with local schools, charities, and community organisations through volunteering and our Students in Classroom programme, contributing over 24,000 hours. For those who completed consultancy projects and work placement with businesses in our city and region, thank you. In sharing your knowledge, you have helped those firms to innovate, revitalising their thinking. And finally, for choosing us, thank you. You made NTU one of the top 5 biggest universities in the country, but not just one of the biggest, one of the best. Together, we have earned NTU the title University of the Year in 5 out of the last 6 years, being named the Times and Sunday Times Modern University of the Year 2023, and most recently, What Uni University of the Year 2023, an award only based on your feedback. I hope it is with pride that you go into the next stage of your life, more education or work or whatever, saying you studied with Confetti Institute of Creative Technologies, a part of NTU. Dedicated to launching careers in the entertainment and creative industries, Confetti has maintained a simple philosophy: to be at the front of the queue for successful employment, you need to be immersed in the industries from day one of your studies. Our mantra has always been, do it for real. For almost 3 decades, we have provided students with unique opportunities, part of a nurturing ecology embedded in the entertainment and creative industries. It provides opportunities to learn, be challenged, collaborate, and grow in a world-class environment, connect with industry mentors and leaders, and access extensive real-world experiences. During your time at Confetti, you've attended our annual Confetti Industry Week, worked on the Commonwealth Games esports and other events in our new complex, Confetti X. You've supported sellout gigs in Metronome, staged, crewed, and even performed at the Splendour Festival, and you've worked on live projects with design agencies, game developers, record labels, and our very own Notts TV. As part of Nottingham Trent University, we also mark another important milestone by launching our new Confetti London campus in September 2023. You have been and remain part of something special. Class of 2023, I hope you enjoy today's ceremony. I now invite Head of Higher Education, Music and Events, John Meredith, to read the names of today's graduates, and our Registrar, Steve Denton, to confer your degrees.
I now invite the stewards to bring forward the first group of graduands. The following have qualified for awards from the Confetti Institute of Creative Technologies. Master of Arts degree in Commercial Songwriting and Production, Jermaine Ashbourne. Natasha Govin. Aku Tu. Bachelor of Arts degree with honours in Games Art, Yasmin Alexander. Sophie Brown. Maisie Churchill. Callum Doyle. Dominic Fahy. Eleanor Fox. Georgia Graham. The next student also receives the Student of the Year, Kaylee Norris. Daniela Perez de Canto. Marielina Potts. Bethany Priest. Eleanor Pryor. Laura Smith. The next student also receives the Most Improved Award, Lewis Spicer. William Taylor. Billy Thomas. Paula Valasek. Eve Weatherly. Robbie Weston. Kirsten Wild-Gusthund. Bachelor of Arts degree with honours in music performance, Leonie Alvey. Scott Appley. Callum Baines. William Bullamont. Thomas Copland. Lucy Crisp. Georgie Dady. William Giddings. Job Gregory. Louise Hayes. Jessica Hodges. Dexter Lacey. Joseph Marshall. Anton Karimi. William Rabjohns. Alex Saby. William Saby. Mia Saremba. Adam Skidmore. The next student also receives the Student of the Year, Hannah Skitterell. Alex Snowden. Nathan Turner. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Audio and Music Technology, Jack Bailey. Ben Blackadder. Ignacy Bogacek. Benjamin Cross. Joseph Fallon. Fabian Fox. Stephen Granger. James Harris. Reuben Johnson. AZ11. Tommy Lee. David Lequinho. Sean Ling. Thomas Loader. Elliot London. Daniel Mann. Stephen May. Alex Muggleston. Jason Nixon. Cavish Palmer. Joshua Patterson. Oliver Porter. Adam Potter. Joseph Sherwin. Kashaka Stewart. Anthony Swift. The next student also receives the Student of the Year, Laura Warren. Anthony Wasowski. Lucas Weeks. Christopher Wilson. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in esports production, Luke Ashmore. The next student also receives Student of the Year, Alex Calladine. James Frost. Oleg Gostik. Gasangat Kala. Ellis Rich. Registrar, that concludes the presentation of awards to the first group of graduates from the Confetti Institute of Creative Technologies. I am now very pleased to present an award to a member of staff. Before conferring the remaining degrees in this ceremony, it is my pleasure to invite Pat Hamilton to come forward to receive the Vice-Chancellor's Long Service Award. In 1976, Pat started as an apprentice in the Department of Mechanical Engineering and what was at the time Trent Polytechnic. He finished his apprenticeship after 4 years, then went into various labs until 1982 and asked if he would be interested in moving to the electronics workshop. Indeed, he was. Pat's role here involves servicing instrumentation and control gear used in the labs and building single-board computers from kits. He then developed an interest in programming the lab's computers. Pat had a happy and fruitful time in that role until 1986. It was here that he took up a new opportunity in the Department of Computing as a senior technician. Pat would be responsible for the configuration and maintenance of the computer equipment used by both staff and students. In those days, we used to assemble our own PCs using off-the-shelf components because it was cheaper than buying ready-built computers. This also allowed us to create our own special builds. Pat created our computing domain from scratch and managed the servers, users and workstations in the domain. Then, in 2001, Pat started a new role in C&IT services as a technical support analyst. Here, he would ensure the deployment of software packages to desktops, all those things we take for granted as employees here at NTU. Pat is still in this role, which has grown to include all of our Windows-based devices. That's 12,000 plus devices and counting. A very trusted and well-liked member of our team, Pat is now a senior technical support analyst within Digital Technologists. In all, he's given 47 years loyal service so far. Registrar, it gives me very great pleasure to present Pat Hamilton to receive the Vice-Chancellor's Long Service Award. I now invite the stewards to bring forward the second group of graduands. Registrar, the following have also qualified for awards from the Confetti Institute of Creative Technologies. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Film Production Technology, Dominic Appleby. Anya Augustine. Amy Benson. Lucas Buick. Andrew Bogue. Hannah Bouillard. Annabelle Crease. Lorenzo D'Angelo. Charles Dent. William Ellis. Thomas Foster. Samuel Fuller. Lewis Harvey. Rhiann Heyman. Joshua Howe Morgan. Troy Jackson. Enya Johnson. Michael Lake. Daniel Lord. Mitchell Mohan. Bailey McCarthy, boxer. Rory McKeating. Albert Natan. The next student also receives the Student of the Year, James Plum. Susan Redmile. Sean Shannon. Jacob Simpson-Shaw. Veronica Shisheka. Finn Wilkie. Kamil Votovic. Thomas Wright. Benjamin Yaniv. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Games Production, Jitin Abraham. Emmanuel Heyelaya. Adam Baxter. Nathan Breeze. Lucas Britton. Mark Brown. James Bullas. Leo Cooper. Dane Davison Reynolson. Cameron Feetham. Kieran Fletcher. Edward Hadley, sorry. Aidan Kelly. Craig Leader. George Martin. Nikan Mesvania. Jardi Mari. Matthew Phillips. Nicholas Smith. Edward Stainrod. Toby Sims. William Turn. Bell Thapper. Kieran Walker. Aaron Whitehall. Harry Woodhead. Toby Yaxley. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in live and technical events, Archie Clark Cope. Owen Collinson. Alex Emerson. Ethan Gilbody. Harry Harrison Butlim. Holly Matthews. Sean Mole. Jan Pepito. Nathan Purcell. Ryan Raystrick. Sam Scott. Ben Small. Jordan Sterry. Joe Wolfe. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Television Production Technology, Georgia Ray-Elvey. The next student also receives Student of the Year, Hannah Barnaby. Harris Dar. Samuel Dewick. Oliver Ellis. Harry Holmes. Harry Stoko. George Timson. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Visual Effects Production Technology. The next student also receives the Do It For Real award, Joshua Baldaro. Jake Bottomley. Leo Chettle. Jack Corey. Joshua Farthing. Isaac Manning. The next student also receives the Student of the Year, Helen McElroy. Sorry. Apologies. Isaac Manning. The next student also receives Student of the Year, Henry McElroy. Rory McWhinney. Jake Nadine. Sophie Samuels. James Steeples. Alexander Zalyag. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Audio and Music Technology, Ethan Fairhurst. Bachelor of Arts degree with honours in Games Art, Isaiah Campbell. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Psychology, Mental Health, Molly Drew. Registrar. That concludes the presentation of awards from the Confetti Institute of Creative Technologies and concludes the presentation of awards to the graduates at this ceremony. In absentia, Registrar, I invite you to confer degrees on those graduates who have not been able to present to you in person but who have indicated they wish their awards to be conferred in their absence. I certify that these graduates are worthy of their degrees and I stand as proxy. Henry McElroy, who earlier received a Bachelor of Science degree in Visual Effects Production Technology, will now propose the student vote of thanks.
Registrar, Chief Executive, distinguished guests, family, friends, and fellow graduates. I sat for a long time trying to find a way to begin this speech, and I think the only way to start is by telling the truth. These past few years have been a journey. There have been immense highs, and alongside them, some extremely difficult times. The majority of us started after the rise of COVID, making our communal way to Nottingham and finding ourselves in accommodations scattered across the city. Going from being the biggest fish in a small pond to the smallest fish in the ocean was a shock that I'm sure many of us weren't prepared, and obvious restrictions in place, making it incessantly difficult to grow and find our feet. Friendships were made, memories were created, friendships were undoubtedly lost, but each step and bump along the journey was the smallest part in making you the person that is sat in front of me today. As uni life continued, regular patterns started emerging. Long nights in the build-up to deadlines, trying to cram as much for that final summative assessment as you could before the release of pressure at the submission deadline, before starting all over again at the beginning. Many of us, I'm sure, spent these long nights in the library, sat behind computers, or came in during the day to Confetti, where we had full access to the LRC and could also utilise the specialist software that was required for our courses. This hard work will always come hand in hand, of course, with endless nights out. Whether that be in house parties across the city, in one of the city's many clubs, or just a quiet one with the mates in the local spoons. Nights out came in many different shapes and sizes, but were nonetheless enjoyable for all of those that partook in them. Over the past 3 years, I have had immense support from my friends, family, and lecturers in both a mental and physical capacity. And although I could talk endlessly about the mental support I've received, I would instead like to talk about the physical support that I myself have had. This was especially prevalent towards the end of first term in this final year, wherein I broke my leg and was thus unable to walk for a series of months. Lecturers, friends, and my family rallied around me to help push me back on track, and for this, I'm immensely grateful. It is as a result of this help that I'm able to stand here today. We've each had our own individual battles and challenges over the past 3 years, but with the continued support from those around us in both a personal and professional manner, I'm sure there's something that we can each think back on to be extremely thankful for. This leads me to my next point. None of us would be where we are today without the guidance and support of our lecturers and other university staff. And I would just like to say a huge thank you from the students to you for being there when we were going through hard times and for not giving up on us, even when we started to give up on ourselves. Without you, the success stories that you see around the room today wouldn't have had the opportunity to excel in our fields. It's, of course, not just teaching staff. There are so many people hidden in the background that we don't get to see and almost go unnoticed on days like today, from receptionists and security guards to mental health support workers, without whom our university experience would most likely be immensely different. Finally, I would like to thank the parents, the grandparents, the brothers and the sisters, the friends, and everyone else that had their hand in helping push these graduates to success. You know that without you and your support, many of us would have stopped and faltered along the way. Thank you for pushing us when we're at our best and picking us up when we're at our worst. Thank you for your unwavering and consistent belief that we can do this. It's something that, even though we may not admit it very readily, we are all so grateful for. Once more, congratulations to each and every one of you. I started this speech by saying that your time at university has been a journey, but really, it's just the beginning. Every single one of us has the potential to go far, having been pushed by Nottingham, Trent, and our lecturers at Confetti. We each have the opportunity to go one step further than our predecessors. The world is constantly changing, and we have been given the tools to change with it. So wherever your next step in your journey is, I wish you the best of luck. And I hope, beyond hope, that wherever you end up happy.
Class of 2023, can I echo the thoughts of our Chief Executive, Greg, by congratulating you on your well-deserved achievements. Can I wish you every success for the future and thank you for the part that you played in making this university the fantastic place it is to study and to work. It's a pleasure and indeed a privilege to be able to share this day with you and your nearest and dearest here in our magnificent University Hall. Henry, thank you for that vote of thanks. I've been doing these speeches for longer than I can remember, and I still get the nerves, still stumble now and then. So I think to get up and make such an accomplished speech so soon after graduation, you're a privilege. You should be really, really proud. Reflects well on Confetti, the university, and indeed your family. So very well done indeed. For the relatives and friends of graduates here today, we know how proud you feel. I've been presiding at graduation ceremonies now for around a quarter of a century. But regardless of how many graduations I attend, they are still my highlight of the year. And I feel a great sense of pride each and every time. Years ago, we welcomed your loved ones, saw them walk through our doors into what were at first unfamiliar surroundings. However, we've seen them grow and develop into the great people that they are today. We have supported them in their studies, mentored them, and saw them participate in clubs, societies, and activities. They are, and I hope will remain, a part of our NTU family. Universities need great people, and I want to take this opportunity to thank my academic and professional services colleagues for the support that they give to our students. You saw one example today in Pat, nearly 50 years worth of dedication to supporting our students at NTU. So this ceremony today is one of 65 ceremonies that we'll be holding over 2.5 weeks. We have 5 ceremonies a day, the first one starting at 10 o'clock, the last one will be 5:30 tonight. It's in this great, great surroundings. I think you'll admit it looks pretty special, but that doesn't happen by accident. There are teams of people in here at 6 o'clock in the morning. Once you've gone, they'll be doing the quick rounds again before the next ceremony, and they'll be here again probably 7 o'clock tonight after everybody's gone off to celebrate. My great professional services colleagues, some of whom are in the audience today. Julie, Zanetta, and Jason. This university wouldn't be the place it is without you, so thank you very much. Today we have said well done, but we are not saying goodbye. As our graduates, we make you a promise that we will help you find employment. Our employability team is here to offer you advice, whether you want to consider further study or need employment guidance. And if you find that you are not in a job in 12 months' time, then we make this promise to all of our graduates. We will provide you with a guaranteed, short, paid internship, giving you the confidence and experience you need to kickstart the next stage of your graduate career. Whatever your next step, you remain members of our global family, a worldwide community of around 250,000 alumni. Our doors will always be open to you, and we hope we will see you again. During your time here, you may have been helped by our alumni through guest lectures, placements, and careers advice. In time, we would be delighted to welcome you back to share what you have learned with the future generation of NTU students. We hope that you will go from here with the pride that you are and always will be NTU. Please keep in touch and keep your contact details up to date so we can let you know what's happening here at NTU in future years. And when the opportunity comes, about 15 months' time, we encourage you to complete the Graduate Outcomes Survey. By doing so, you'll be making another important contribution to the university. But all that is for the future, and now is the time to enjoy your success. Very shortly, I'll invite you all to join us in the Newton building for celebratory refreshments. But before I do, think you heard from Craig and from Henry about the challenges it is to study even in normal times. And for this class, many of you started in 2020, you started in the most challenging of times. So your fantastic achievements, each and every one of you. I think you've all been very, very sedate and polite today. Nice gentle clapping. Yeah, all right. I go down at Confetti quite a lot, and I know it's quite a lively place. As I say, you've achieved so much. So when I say so, I think I want you to stamp your feet, shout, holler, lift the roof off this place, because class of 2023, you really deserve it. Well done. I think that's the best one of the week so far. So, thank you. Guests, please remain seated for the processional music as the academic party and our graduates leave the hall. I now declare this graduation ceremony closed.